When a major crisis takes place, regardless of it being a black swan, a white swan, a market crash, or even a pandemic, there will be three different types of businesses. At the end of it, there will be those who shut down, those who survive, and those who become stronger. Today, I'm going to talk to you about 7 things you could do to be stronger when the whole thing is over. So every month I run this private monthly webinar for about 90 minutes, and every time we have these calls, these CEOs around the world ask different questions. They'll type the question out, I'll unmute them, they'll have a conversation with me, and we'll process an issue together. One of the conversations was about today's topic, Pat, what do I do to become stronger after this crisis? Today we're talking about the pandemic, and this CEO said, I've done everything right, I've saved my money, I have the cash, he's out of Croatia, he's been a Valuetainment for many, many years. He says, what do I do now? So I said, listen, these are some of the things I'd be doing if I'm you, and I'm doing this stuff, so I'll share it with you. That led to this episode. So let me get right into a couple of things you need to be thinking about. No matter what industry you're in, there's going to be pre-crisis, before crisis, post-crisis with businesses. So let's just say you're in the restaurant business. Let's just say you're in the real estate business. Let's just say you're in the commercial real estate, PNC, auto insurance. It doesn't matter what business you're in. Dry cleaners, I don't care what it is. And there's a lot of different types of businesses within your community, 5, 10, 15, 20 miles, and they're all competing for the same market share. It doesn't have to be 20 miles. It may be another business, but they're all competing for the same market share. You got Alan's restaurant, Bobby's Greek restaurant, Charlie's sushi. It doesn't matter. They're within the same 5, 10 mile radius. Everyone's doing okay. This person gets 7% of market share, 14% of market share, 19% of you get the idea. They're all in business. Post, 3 of them go out of business. A, C, and F. A used to be a good size. They couldn't handle during pandemic. They ran out of savings. They're gone. C is gone. F is gone. What happened? B got even bigger. They got a big market share of A. E got bigger. E got a chunk of C. G got bigger. G got a part of F. D got a little bit bigger because D got a little bit of F. I got a little bit smaller because G got a part of I. You get the idea what happens. And even H got a little bit bigger themselves. This happens to every industry. Now, why is this? Many times you and I hear about the survival of the fittest, right? Oh, this is all about the survival of the fittest. That may be true years ago. Today, it's about the survival of the strategist. And strategists are about what they do during times like this. So let me explain. We talked about earlier there's going to be 3 different types of businesses. Those who shut down, those who survive, those who become stronger. The ideal goal for you is to become stronger when this whole thing pans out, right? This whole thing ends. So now, 7 things to do during times like this. Number 1, while these businesses are going out of business, you have to realize that within these companies of A, C, and F, there's a lot of strong talent who are now free agents. They're looking to see where they take their talents. Imagine how much social capital they have within the industry. It could be a guy who was a restaurant manager, phenomenal restaurant manager at this Greek restaurant. They're always busy Friday, Saturday night. You know exactly who he is or who she is. She was great at running the show. She's now a free agent. Maybe you could go recruit her. It could be a real estate agent that used to work at this one shop who was phenomenal, always branding himself classy, always look money. Every time you saw him very presentable, maybe I got to talk to this guy. It could be a completely different model that's out there. You can find some talent out there. This is a great time to go recruiting. That's what we're doing at the home office side. We just hired a new C-suite executive because we're recruiting talent right now. Number 2, acquisition. During times like this, if you've sat pretty, you've raised money, you have cash, there's a lot of opportunities to pick up other businesses. Maybe B picked up a part of A. Maybe B acquired A. Maybe G acquired a part of F. Maybe you got E acquired a part of C. I don't know. Maybe they're doing business together, but it's a great time right now to acquire small businesses that are out there. Next one here, 3rd one, is focus and minimize. Let me explain what I mean by focus and minimize. There could have been an issue with A because A was trying to be everything for everybody. You know how you go to some restaurants and they're selling like every sushi and chicken and burgers, like this kind of stuff. Like, what are you doing? Just sell your sushi. Oh, at our place, we're doing Mediterranean and Korean food, right? That's what we're doing over here. You go to we do real estate and we do auto insurance and we do tax and we do mortgages and we do. But the real specialty has always been tax, or their specialty has always been real estate and mortgages. This is about specializing today and being focused today. Times like this force the CEO and the entrepreneur and the partners to say, listen, why are we trying to go do all these different businesses? Let's get focused into what we are good at. Number 4, tech. Phenomenal time to invest into tech. Why? A couple reasons. One, engineers need work. And by the way, engineers can code from anywhere. They don't need to be at your house. They don't need to be at your office. They can be coding from Armenia, for all I'm concerned, because some of the best, Armenia is becoming a Silicon Valley of, on the other side. Everybody's talking about hiring engineers. We hire engineers and coders from Armenia because they're phenomenal. It could be anywhere today, but it's a great time to get a lot of jobs with tech. We are doing a major project right now that we're still in this project. We're hiring people from all over the place, but today, better price for us than ever before. Why? Because they need some jobs today. Number 5, strategic partnership. Phenomenal time for a strategic partnership. Let me put it to you this way. My phone, if you were to look at my phone right now, I have people calling me on Friday nights at midnight who cannot stand me in my industry as a competitor. When I used to be small, they loved us. The moment we became big, they couldn't stand us, and now they're calling me, telling me, hey, how can we do business together? And I said, why are you calling me? I thought I was an enemy. Well, it's not like that. It's just when we're competing, I can't tell everybody how great, you are and what you're doing because my guys are going to want to go work with you. You know the game. I mean, let's not act like we don't know the game. I'm like, fine, no problem. Set the ego aside. Create not strategic partnerships today. There's plenty of those opportunities if you can set the ego aside because there's a lot of that going on today. Number 6, over-communication with clients. Great time to over-communicate with your clients. One of the things I suggested to these guys on the private monthly webinar, which, by the way, if you want to know more about it, we'll put the link below. One of the things I suggested today was the following. I said, hey, we have 200,000 clients, insurance clients within our company. I'm sitting in a meeting the moment the pandemic takes place and coronavirus spreads and everybody's shutting down. We have a meeting. What do? One of my girls, she says, hey, Pat, she's our Chief Reputation Officer, Morale. She says, how about we communicate? I said, we got to communicate with all our clients. She said, how about we send a card to every single one of our clients? I said, a card? That's a cost. Yes, but this is how much it's going to cost. She gave me the price. I said, what's going to be on the card? She said, well, what do you think needs to be on the card? Then I said, if we're going to write something on the card right now at a time like this, how about we write this? Then we designed it. I said, well, we designed it. Our team designed it. They brought it to us. We all looked at it and said, this is pretty intense. This is amazing. Next day, we announced it to everybody. We shipped it out to everybody. Next thing you know, everybody's calling saying, oh my gosh, these are amazing. I'm so glad I have an insurance policy with you guys. I'm so glad I have this. Because we over-communicated with our clients and everybody loved it. We did more Zooms with all our executive team regularly than ever before because it's a form of over-communication today. Everybody was seeing that there's a level of confidence on what's going on today. And last but not least, I'll give you is social issues. A guy named Sam, who's an Armenian guy, young guy who runs a digital media company, he says, Pat, I'm a little bit concerned. I said, what are you concerned about? He says, look, I run this little agency, digital media agency, and I'm doing pretty good, but this whole thing shut me down. I don't know what to do. I'm calling my guys, my customers to run some ads, but they don't want to run ads because they said no one's buying their products today. So what do? I said, no problem. I said, listen, this is what I'd be doing if I were you. He said, what is that? I said, businesses today have to find a way to be relevant. He said, okay, how do you do it? I said, you need to be thinking about that dry cleaner that was spending $3,000 a month with you. How can you make him stay relevant in his customers' eyes? Maybe they can do certain social issues. What kind of social issues? I don't know. What matters to them? Find out their cause, have them match together, maybe a way of supporting their customers. Maybe tell us a family member or somebody that's really going through challenging times. It could be something where, tell us a single mother right now that's staying home with the kids and they're having a hard time. We want to send something to them. And hey, here's a care package. It could be something where it's a Amazon card, a Target, something you can do where you brighten someone's day and it's social, it's masks, whatever it may be. So many different ways of doing it. That's a great time to do it today. We decided to do a couple different ways. We had certain things that we were doing. We decided to refund that money to our guys. It worked out very well within the agency. We decided to do certain things, even increase, certain levels for customers or certain levels for our branch managers or office or executives or sales reps. And they're sitting there saying, are we really doing this during the time like this? Yes, we are. It all led to social. We are giving back. We are making it easier for you. We want to make it better for the families that are going through challenging times. Not only to get some market presence or story, but if you're going to do it from a place of wanting to do it as a place of real sincere genuineness, they're going to remember and they're going to be loyal to you. The customers are going to say, you know what? I kind of like the fact what these guys are doing right now. Yesterday, we're watching The Last Dance at my house, and we're sitting in the theater, we're watching this, and then all of a sudden, first commercial, Michael Jordan's documentary, first commercial. You know, okay, State Farm, $2 billion we're retail. Listen, good for State Farm, incredible. Next commercial, Facebook, ding, 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 ding. What are they doing? What are they doing? Nurse is going to work because during these strange times, she has to work. She's outside crying while everybody's making noise to say thank you for your service. Emotionally, I'm like, what a great commercial by Facebook. Really, what a great commercial by, good for these guys for what they're doing. That is a form of social. We connect and say, good for Facebook, good for State Farm. Now, you got to do that with your business. So again, during these times, this is going to happen. No matter what, this is going to happen. AMC, $4.9 billion bank, this is taking place. It doesn't matter what people say. This is going to happen. Throughout this process, unfortunately, many will shut down, some will just survive, and a few will become stronger. If you do it the right way, you will become stronger when this crisis is over with. Having said that, I got two videos I want you to watch. One of the videos I want you to watch, I don't think you can watch this enough times, especially during times like this. It's Think Like a Grandmaster. If you've not watched it, click on it over here. The other one is a video I did just about 6 weeks ago titled DNA of a Wartime Leader. If you've not watched this, you definitely want to watch this. And if you haven't subscribed to today's channel, please do so. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.